Okay, hello everyone, welcome. So this is SIG-Network Ingress NGINX project meeting. Today is August 3rd, 2021. This is a Kubernetes community meeting, and we ask you to comply with the code of conduct, which is basically be excellent with each other, don't be a jerk. Any violation should be reported to SIG chairs or to the person running this meeting privately, or if this is something related to me, you can also report it to conduct@kubernetes.io, or there is a channel on Slack as well, code of conduct. And thank you, everyone. So we have today items in the agenda, which are, please add yourself, your name. Do we have any first attendee today? Someone that's just joining us, never joined this meeting before, that wants to present yourself? Please open the microphone and say whatever you want.
Hi, my name is Shivam. I am joining this meet for the first time now.
Hi, Shivam. What do you do? What do you expect from us?
Yeah, so I'm a student and I have just started full stack development. I was working with Docker files some time back, and I wanted to explore Kubernetes, and so I thought, to join the community, learn, and work together.
Cool. Welcome.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, hi, I'm Bhumich, and I'm also joining this meeting for the first time.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Sadik. I'm also joining this meeting first time.
A lot of new folks today.
Hi folks, this is Yusuf. I'm also joining for the first time. Nice to see you all.
All right. Cool. Thank you everybody for joining us. Deva, do you wanna say something?
Yeah, hi. I'm also joining for the first time. I'm Devabrata, and I just started a few weeks earlier with the Ingress, and yeah, working with Long and everyone else. Yeah, that's it.
Great. Anyone else?
Hi, this is Devraj. So I am also new to this. So I have been also working with Long and everyone else. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, we have a lot of new folks today. Cool, amazing. If someone else wants to say something, please feel free to open the microphone. This is really a really soft meeting, so yeah, don't be shy. Okay, cool. So we have some recurring topics. I'm gonna first of all just take a look into the action items which were from the last meeting, and just to make sure that everybody is on the same page right now. So from our last meeting, I did some follow-up on the Ingress NGINX version 1, which if someone also can take notes, I am really bad writing and talking, so just feel free. Otherwise I can feel the things that I'm saying later. But I promised to James and the other folks that I would finish the V1 theme and release a V1 beta one, which we did last week. So now Ingress V1 is on beta one. Today we tried to release a Helm chart for this one, but for some reason it didn't get released. So I'm gonna talk with Long later, because I think that I know what was the problem, which was something related to me. And we expect to, maybe by the end of this week or next week, release or the beta 2 or the GA, and have the community testing the V1 and start the process to drop the support for the v0.x, which support Kubernetes versions older than 1.19. We have some action items into this. One of those is documenting the migration process, which I know that Long is taking a look. I will take a look as well. My biggest concern with this is making everybody aware that that v1 beta 1 is not supported anymore. So people need to migrate their objects on Kubernetes storage. So like rewriting the object into v1, and also about the Ingress class, which changes a little bit for the majority of users, is just adding a Boolean in Ingress controller to watch objects without Ingress class, and also create an Ingress class, a default Ingress class. But for folks that have more than one Ingress controller running on their cluster or their environment, this is gonna probably be a problem. So we need to properly document that. Any questions, folks, about the v1 thing? All right. Okay, cool. The next item in the agenda is issue triage. So Noah, you made an issue triage, or those are like issues that need our attention?
A mixture. So the first one in the list was also in the list of the last meeting. Maybe we can just have a look together.
Yeah. All right. So I thought that this one was. Let me take a look, because I thought that we had another one about this. Sorry. So Kubernetes version 1.13, which is pretty old. Right. And there is a panic in the API machinery. Okay, so it creates a server. Yeah. Where is this panic from? It seems that this panic is from API machinery and not from the controller. Anybody got success reproducing this?
I think there's a comment at the bottom where someone could or still has the issue with 0.474.
Okay. Let me see if someone. Why? Okay, he's pointing to the full token. Okay, so if they confirm it, I can priority, important, urgent. Because what I can see here. Sorry. So, come on, bot. This bot hates me. Hold on. Okay, I know what I did wrong. Anyway, okay, so apparently the code is trying to extract something from the token, and the token doesn't have this value, so it fails. And they have posted that actually a patch, right? So they could post something like they could post the fix, but anyway, yeah. Okay, so this is accepted. We can take a look, and that's marked as priority, so I can take a look later. Or if someone wanna take a look into this, it seems pretty. I wouldn't say easy, but it seems pretty clear how to solve it, which is maybe verifying if the cert.certificate is null, right? Because apparently it works here because the cert isn't null, but the cert.certificate is null. So it can extract the certificates here, but it cannot continue, and it fails here. So probably if someone want to take a look into this, is just putting like an OR here and verifying if cert.certificate is also null or not. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Noah, for this one. Yeah, so let's go to the other one.
So the next ones is just, I don't know if someone has contact to Kundan. I pinged him over Slack and he didn't respond. So there are two issues assigned to him, but yeah, I don't think that something happened there.
Yeah. Is Kundan here? No. Okay. So let me take a look into this issue. We had a broken Ingress rule in our system.
I've seen similar behavior to this. I don't know that I've seen it with auth URL, but there are a number of bugs due to like the scope of where an annotation applies. If an annotation applies to something in the server scope, it ends up getting basically randomly picked which ingress is going to apply the setting. And you can have all sorts of different bugs crop up based on that.
But is this happening with other annotations, or only this one?
I have never hit it with auth URL, but because it's not applied to the server scope. But there are some, like the TLS related ones, there's a bunch of bugs like that. I'm trying to remember the other place I encountered it.
So if I don't know, Tom, if you have this list, but maybe it would be good if we point all of them like in one issue and try to fix, because this seems to me some problem with the merge of all of the servers and the locations, right?
This one must be different. This one must be different because auth URL is in location scope, not in server scope. So this must be a different case.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure actually why this bug would happen.
Okay. Anybody wants to take a look into this one? Otherwise, I can take a look later.
All the auth ones, I was thinking I'll talk to Soumya and triage it.
Sorry, Long, I can't hear you.
There's one more auth related issue that came up today. We got submitted today, and same about something the same lines. So I just pinged Soumya on Slack, and he has some exposure to this, even though he's new. And I was thinking of pairing with him and looking at all the auth related. I think there are two or three auth related issues. basically it seems they're not,
So
the information are not very clear.
okay, but I got some parts of what you felt because the microphone is pretty bad. So there are other issues about this one specifically or not that you saw on GitHub?
I saw one issue presented today, and
Okay.
and he's basically and that issue was describing a use case that's basically not supported or doesn't make it's basically a misconfiguration. That's what I gathered from first look at it. I don't know. I'm on phone, so I don't know if this issue is the same issue that I saw today or yesterday. It's very recent. So, but generally, I was saying I pinged Soumya. I think he has some experience, and I was thinking of working with him on the at least more than one auth-related issues that are open.
Okay. Okay. So you can you take over these issues as well?
Yeah. So I'll
Okay.
just, as soon as I go back to my computer, I'll check whether this is the same one, but I'll take over this one as well.
I'm gonna assign that to you just so I won't forget. So
Okay.
and you won't forget, okay? But feel free to unassign you if you think it's not something that you like you wanna do later, and I can take a look.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, cool. Next one. Admission controller pet job has create container config error. Azure. Arbol CD. When changing the configuration of Ingress NGINX shard, the post sync admission job fails. Container has run as non-root.
Quick question, Bhumij, do you have bandwidth? Do you have time to work with me on this auth issues?
Yeah, I can take a look.
Okay, then let's pair. I think there are two, if not three. At least there are two open auth issues, and I'll go over the annotations with you. Basically, what's happening is at least the one that I'm talking about is very recent, today or yesterday, opened it yesterday. On one issue, they have configured global auth, and then they are expecting that when the traffic routes to the default backend, then global auth should not be honored. So that doesn't make sense because we don't have that kind of a feature. So that is one. This one, you take a look, and I'll also take a look.
So this one specifically, they are complaining that CERT Cube Webhook Sergen version 151 container has run as non-root and image will run as root, but let me take a look into this manifest specifically. Is he using Helm chart? Yes. Templates. Jump. Someone is with the mic open. Just thank you. Yeah, where is this? What am I missing here, folks? Admission webhooks, idiot me here. Admission controller patch job patch. Is this like something saying shouldn't run with root? No, right? Run as no root root. Which version are we using now? So let's see if this is. Wait, but there is a run as user 2000 here, so why is this failing? Do we have any recent change here that fixed this? Typos. Okay. I need to check this because there is a run as user 2000 here. Unless that user is removing this line, it should be working. So anybody wants to take a look into this one? I can assign that to me also. I'm gonna assign that to myself. Take a look later. Next one, how are we with time? We have a lot of more. Internal load balancer servicing might be more exposed than expected. All right. Kubernetes 118, GKE. It's public internal true. Okay, no, you took a look into this one. What's your thought about this? Because
Yeah, the question is if this is really a bug or is it intended to work like this? So the person who created the issue just asked if it's really a bug, and I think we should we should at least reply to him, because he's willing to give it a try. So I cannot really say if it's a bug or not. So
anyone with knowledge of Google Cloud or access to Google Cloud that want to take a look into this one and check? Otherwise, I can take a look as well.
I'm sorry, but I don't have any experience with GKE, so that's why I bring it to the table. So
I'm gonna poke some folks from Google and ask them like, hey, is this a problem?
This can assign to me.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Cool. Moving forward, how to proceed CI/E testing of blah. Let's see.
Yeah, that's mine. So you gave me some feedback.
Okay.
I will go through it, but one question is still open, and that's how we should proceed with CI testing. You told me something, but the question is how we should proceed if we want to include it in the CI pipeline. So you said we have to manually create an image and push it somewhere, but so I have no credentials to push it on the GCR. So the question, how can we include it?
Okay, let me just explain to you. So the first thing is that if you can run this locally, generate the image locally, and then change your side locally and do everything like make kind E2E tests. This is cool. So this is something that work. Yeah. So as soon as this gets merged, the image gets into it starts a process which is cloud build. Let me see if I can cloud build here, and only a small subset of folks have access to this because that's some rules of Kubernetes.
Yeah, I see.
But we can open. Anyway, I usually open this and leave like a Zoom running so people can take a look. So this runs and it tries to compile everything of these images and generates an image on the staging, right? After that, we need to promote that image to production. And this promotion is another PR on another repo. It's documented right here. Where is it? Here on the release and this first step, right? So this is as soon as it gets merged, as soon as I say, yeah, okay, you know what, this is cool. Cloud build is gonna run. I will send you the checksum, and you need to promote. You need to open a PR promoting this image as well, and I can accept it and say, okay, so this is promoted.
Okay,
so as soon as this go ahead.
Yeah, so it means I make the fixes you proposed, and then I can run it on some of my machines, make the E2E tests locally, and if it's fine, then we can merge the PR, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Exactly. So as soon as the image gets merged, we need to change all of those other images. So E2E images and
I see.
blah blah and promote. Okay. So folks saw how boring is the release process of Ingress NGINX today.
Okay, fair enough.
Right.
I will go ahead and fix the proposals you made, and then we will move that forward.
Okay, cool. This 7084 allow proxy SSL annotations without proxy SSL secrets. Okay, so I wrote something. Okay, this is okay. Can you clarify exactly those tests are doing? It seems like they just validated NGINX config file. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. So at least one thing that I expect is when we add something new into the NGINX template, I expect that we test if this doesn't break the template, right? So if some scenario that we add into the NGINX configuration doesn't break, and it's not going to put like the image on crash loop back, because if in this case we are allowing users as like a platform owner, we are allowing users to create their own Ingress object, and if they put something that breaks all of the ingresses from a cluster, you are going to impact like all of the clusters, and then you are going to get like a CV or something like that you are able to do a denial of service, right? Because you are breaking the Ingress controller, the NGINX from the whole cluster. So what I expect here is not just validating, but also doing a simple request to check if the backend is returning what I need, right? So I am adding proxy SSL verify equals to off, and I need to call that Ingress and receive an HTTP okay. And then I add with proxy SSL verify equals to on and some secret, and I still need that to come back. So they are as this user is adding something between NGINX and the backends, we need first to verify that this is not going to break the NGINX configuration, and second, that this is going to work properly as expected, right? So this is actually what I expect. It's I would say that it's simple. It's as simple as like, let's go to a test, for example, of an annotation or something like that. So like this backend protocol. So the user added a new annotation that you can have like an automatic an automatic HTTP, right? I guess was someone in this meeting. So what I need to do is, okay, I want to create this ingress. I want to make sure that this ingress exists, and I want to wait for this ingress to NGINX. But I also want to make a test and say, hey, okay, so when I call this backend protocol.foo.com, it returns as expected. So let me see if I can find one that works. Affinity mode, maybe. Yeah, we need to fix all of those tests in the calls, but where is it? Here. So we need to make a final call and say, yeah, okay, this works as expected and this returns as expected, even if we are not verifying if the backend have any SSL or not, right? But we need at least to say, okay, this is working. This is not breaking users. Got it?
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's helpful if we just hint the person to this line of code or something and say some sentences about it.
Yeah. Can you do that? Otherwise, I can answer that.
Yeah, let's just do it right now, maybe, because
Okay.
you already have this reference.
Let's do it. So let me write everything there. Okay, so here. So what? Proxy. Okay. Right. Okay.
Nice.
Cool. If anybody that sees some E2E tests missing this call, also I strongly advise to add those, as this helps us not only knowing that the configuration is there, but that's also working. So I've opened a boot first issue this last week with some examples of files that I missed this call. But just feel free to open, or maybe if you want to give for new contributors this opportunity, just adding that as well. Okay, folks? Cool. Next one, gRPC override handling. Linux override does not take into account the backend protocol and machine apps. How to get them right if the upstream pod is not there. Of course, cannot be understood by gRPC. Okay. All right. So how can we answer? These are into gRPC, which is Interesting. All right. I think this can be a feature. Like we can add those error pages when the backend is gRPC and just put that to like some global place or maybe those locations, but it seems to be really straightforward to do.
It's a little more complicated because gRPC errors do not use the HTTP status code. They have a gRPC specific header that describes the error. So if you want your client, your gRPC client, to get a descriptive error, the response needs to include the headers so that it looks like a gRPC error. It's not something that you can do at all right now.
So you need to add like this default type. Is this what you are saying, Tom?
You would add that, and then there's the way that the gRPC encodes error messages is by putting them into an HTTP2 header. So you would need to return the appropriate header to describe the gRPC error. Yeah, like those, like those gRPCs. Okay. I forget what the numbers are.
Yeah, so they cool.
So we do this to some degree.
Actually, this is not us. This is an example that they posted.
It's a good example.
Yeah, because from my perspective, what we can actually do is like create a common file for all of those errors and adding them when we detected the backend is a gRPC, adding them and like adding this file into that location. How does this sounds?
That'd be good. By the way, a Go gRPC's client does the same sort of translation. In more recent versions, when it receives like a HTTP 401, it converts it to a gRPC unauthenticated error in the client side. So the same sort of thing. I don't know. They must be asking for it because not all clients do that.
Yeah. Yeah, at least like they are having this kind of error like in curl. No, actually not in curl, but yeah, but maybe that's something related to their own application. Yeah. Okay. So they also they are putting some examples here like server snippets for those. So I guess like we've got like the problem and also the solution. So in my opinion, it would be something like we can add this as a common file. So Alejandro also asked like a pull request. So what I would do is add this as like a common file into NGINX, into rootfs NGINX, and maybe detect if this is gRPC. We just include that part as well, right? It should work.
Does this have the needs help or what it's called, help wanted tag label?
I don't think so, but I can add it.
I think that's all it needs.
Yeah, let me add this. Help seems supposed to implement Cool. We have 15 more minutes. Does anybody have any other subject that want to bring more urgent, or can we follow with the issue triage? Because I think it's good also with what we are doing here right now. Oh. Right. Let's move forward then. AppRoot redirect occurs before HTTPS when SSL redirect is equals to true. Before HTTPS when SSL redirect equals to true. Okay. I think this is before. Okay, let's take a look into the template because I guess this is, I don't know if someone took a look into this one, but rootfs, template. So AppRoot is here, and where is the SSL redirection? I can't remember where is this configuration. Yeah, I don't know if this is here or if this is like somewhere else. But if I am correct, usually I am not, but if I am correct, I guess this is only it's only changing the yeah, I need to take a look, but this might be just like ordering of the template. So I need to take a look and see if like the order of the template is first redirecting to AppRoot and then to the SSL redirection, or if I guess NGINX evaluates those rules ordered, right? I am not sure, but I guess so. So yeah, I will take a look into this one.
This can assign to me.
To you, Tom? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Can be closed. I like the can be closed. So this can be closed?
I think so. Go to the last comment. Yeah. So long already tried. Also James, but I think James just added the I think the
Yeah. And the bot didn't understood, right? And I added like, yeah. Come on, bot. Yeah. Okay, it works for me. Cool. Do we have anything else for today? No, thank you very much for like organizing those ones.
You're welcome.
It was amazing. Yeah. And thank you everyone. Thank you everyone that attended and also took like ownership of those issues. It's really helpful. So probably next week we are gonna release the V100 beta 2, or maybe the GA. Everybody knows where to find us. So please, everybody, feel free to reach me or anybody else, or just bring problems or solutions to Ingress NGINX Dev in Slack. And I guess that's for today. Yeah, go ahead, Long. Yeah.
Small chat we need to have about the documentation, because I think the scope is vast. And for example, the first two lines I put by starting to attempt making an attempt is, first line is that blog. So instead of copy pasting or explaining that, I just put a link to that blog. Is that how we want to do, or do we want to like get descriptive and long story on everything?
Yeah, so I think that the blog post is good, but I don't think that the blog post explains for the user how the user can migrate from one version to the other one on the sense of Ingress class. So I am my biggest concern right now is about the Ingress class sorry, change, because the Ingress class is it's complicated, it's different, so they have changed it a lot. I was talking also with Alejandro and Rob Scott and other folks, and folks say, yeah, so we weren't expecting that change was going to be that big for the users. So what I expect right now, and we can do a session later, but I will just have like the weekend to do this right now, because I have spent all of my upstream contribution time yesterday and today. But what I expect is that actually we can write some scenarios, right? So user is on version blah and going to version blah. So what you need to take care of, you need to add an Ingress class, or you need to deploy your controller like with watch any Ingress. So because all of those flags, they are new, and at least me, I didn't document them yet.
So what I'm thinking is, I think you pretty much nailed the summary. So I think that expands to having 3 or 4 different use cases and different scenarios. Somebody who has only one Ingress, somebody who has multiple needs an Ingress class resource created and all that. That seems okay, but how do we build up to the whole thing is where I am at. As in, we just create a long list of different scenarios, or we say we go through the whole like childlike saying, okay, here this is the whole history of it, and now this is what is happening. Should be
I don't think there is a right recipe for this. I think that one thing that we could do actually is like, let's try ourselves to migrate from one to the other and see what happens. Okay. We can do that sort of experience. Like, yeah, we can create Kubernetes with kind version 116 cluster, and then we need to migrate for like 119 or 121, and we need to migrate from Ingress NGINX 0x to 1. I guess that as soon as we start to make those experiments, we are going to face some problems that probably the user is going to face as well, right? So we need to imagine like, okay, the majority of the clusters that we have around is like folks that receive their own cluster ready from Google or from Amazon, or like they are using Kind or KubeADM, and they don't have Ingress class created, right? So and I don't know if like on the Helm chart migration that Ingress class is going to be created or not. So we need to exercise that. Got it?
Okay. So basically, a format of long list of different scenarios, right?
Yeah. I don't think long. It needs to be like a huge list, but I think that we should at least try to cover like the majority of scenarios, doing exercising ourselves with that, right? Okay. I am really willing to help that, because I think that I need as well to document all of those stuff. So you can like create a HackMD or something like that, and HackMD.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to create like a HackMD, I think that we can work like in a collaborative way there, right? Everybody like, yeah, I can create a scenario. I am not good at Helm chart, but probably someone is. So trying to migrate from Helm 335 to Helm 400, the Ingress chart 400. So what happens? Does something break, right?
Got it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So we are almost on time right now. See everybody. Thank you for joining us. And anything you need, I'm most of the time online, but if I am not, just leave a message. See you, folks.
See you.
Have a nice day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye.